Today, we're going to talk about some mistakes that I've personally seen people make in doing real estate. These mistakes can be absolutely devastating to your real estate business. So let's fix that today. So, with that being said, let's tap in, let's get into it. Before we get into the video, I want to announce a giveaway. Listen, I want to help you on your journey, so I will be giving away one of these options to a blessed winner. You can choose a 1 hour coaching call on real estate, or you can choose a 1 hour coaching call on how to grow your monthly income. You can also choose a month to attend two of my classes that are held monthly on real estate. First winner will be announced once we've reached 100 subs. All you have to do to enter is subscribe and leave a comment below. I look forward to announcing the winner on our giveaway live, so stay tuned. Now, on to the video. My goal in this video is to help set you on the correct course for a successful real estate investing career. I've personally been investing in real estate for 14 years now, doing nothing else. Okay. So I can share with you some ups and I can share with you some downs. So I want to help identify some devastating pitfalls that can cause you to fail in this business of real estate. So as we talk about them today, we're going to talk about ways on how to fix them. So let's go ahead and jump right into the first one. The first one we're going to talk about today is buying investment property incorrectly. Listen, y'all, money is made when you buy the property in real estate, not when you sell. So don't ever get that confused. You make money when you buy, not when you sell. And it's important to understand this because if you buy incorrectly, you limit yourself in the options in which you can turn a profit when you do that. So let me give you a quick example. If a house is worth $100,000, I always recommend people negotiate a 50 to 70% of that value and have that as your purchase price. And the reason for that is you allow yourself multiple ways to turn profit and not just one. And so if you don't understand that, or if you don't figure that out in the beginning, you will find yourself strapped, or you will find yourself minimalized in turning profit because you bought incorrectly. So let's not make that mistake. Now, the only way I would recommend somebody go higher than that 70% is if they're looking to make a longer term investment, or if they're looking to make that their personal residence. Okay. Because if you buy at the top of the market value, you can only make money later on down the line once that property appreciates. And in real estate, we're about making money right then when we make the investment. Go back to the example that I gave you of a house being worth $100,000. If the house is worth $100,000 and you buy it for $100,000, if you try to sell it, look at it, you won't have any profit. And so you can decide to rent it out, but if you rent it out, you can make money marginally, on that every single month, but it won't be enough to live on more than likely. And so I'm encouraging you or letting you know the lower your buy-in is, the higher your profit will be. Because think about it like this, because a lot of people like to turn those rentals and they like to borrow on them. Well, if you borrow on it based on the purchase price, then that's going to be a higher monthly payment that you have to pay back to the bank, which means you're not going to make a profit on that on a monthly basis because your monthly payment is going to be higher. But if you buy it lower and then refinance it at that lower price, that monthly payment with the bank is going to be lower, which and then in turn will cause you to have more profit on a monthly basis. This is why you want to negotiate in that 50 to 70% range if you're looking to do real estate and do it successfully and do it as a career, because you want to increase your profits. Listen, before we get into the next couple of mistakes, we're going to take a quick pause right here and ask you guys to do us a favor. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and start sharing. Go ahead and subscribe or follow. And if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you guys can be alerted every single time we drop a new video. We appreciate your engagement in advance. Now, let's talk about some more mistakes that people make in real estate. The next mistake I want to talk to you guys about is not getting clear title when you do real estate transactions or when you're buying property. Listen, I know that may sound silly, but I have seen several people buy think that they bought a real estate investment property and thought that that was 100% theirs, and it wasn't. All because they didn't get clear title and they didn't get title insurance. Okay. And so, again, I know this may sound silly, but people do it all the time. And so, I always tell people, if nobody's going to issue you a clear title and nobody's going to issue you title insurance, you should run from that deal like the plague. Turn away and never go back. And without getting too detailed in what that means, it basically means when you don't have clear title and you don't get title insurance, you don't own the property outright. It's not 100% yours. And clear title is basically saying that you, as that individual or you, as a company, are now the current owner of the property. And title insurance says that the issuing title company or the issuing attorney that did the transaction, they issue you insurance to ensure that they did give you clear title. And so that's always important in doing a real estate transaction, because you can find yourself spending money and being out of money when you think you own a property when you actually don't. So never find yourself not getting clear title and not getting title insurance. And that can become very detailed and that can become very nuanced. So I'm going to encourage you to sign up for some of our coaching calls and sign up for some of our classes so that we can get into details of how that can actually happen. But the overview of that is basically saying that you need to get clear title and you need to make sure that you have title insurance. If you say those two words and you get those two things in a real estate transaction, you'll be okay. But if you're not issued those things at closing when you buy the real estate investment deal, you're going to possibly have issues down the line. So again, like I said, it can be very detailed. So let's sign up for some of the coaching calls. Check the comments and check the description for some of those links so that you guys can get involved and learn more about that. But never buy real estate without getting clear title and without getting title insurance. The last mistake we're going to talk about today is over leveraging your real estate investment properties. And basically what that means is you've borrowed more money against your properties than you need to borrow. Think about it like this. Back in 2008, we had a housing market crash, and a lot of people, personal and investment properties, found themselves underwater because they had borrowed more money than what the house was currently worth. That's what being underwater is. And so when you over leverage your properties and you borrow too much money against your properties, you can find yourself cash strapped and not being able to make a profit and not being able to do well in real estate. Now, I also want to say this: leveraging your money across different real estate investments can be a good thing in expanding your wealth. Let me give you a quick example. If you buy a property for $50,000 and then you turn around and you borrow $30,000 against it, you can now take that $30,000 and now go buy another real estate investment property. So leveraging your money can be used to expand your wealth profile, but if you borrow too much against your properties, you can find yourself again cash strapped and not being able to make a profit, and in some cases being forced to give up the properties or sell those properties because you've over leveraged them. And so never find yourself over leveraged against your properties, because it will cause you to not be successful in real estate. But then again, I also want to make sure that I'm not saying to go against borrowing, because when you leverage properly against your real estate investments that you have, you can find yourself expanding your portfolio and creating more generational wealth and creating more net worth for yourself when you do it properly. So the last mistake is, don't over leverage your properties. Don't borrow more money against your properties than you need to so that you can always stay in profit. Listen, I really hope you guys learned something about the pitfalls that you can avoid when investing in real estate. So, what do you guys think about what we talked about today? Was it beneficial to you? Was it new knowledge for you? We'd like for you to get down in the comments section and let us know your thoughts about what you think about this and if it helped you at all. We would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And earlier we talked about some classes that you can get involved in, and we have another one coming up on July the 20th, 2024, that you can tap in and get understanding concerning real estate. So check the links in the description and check the links in the comments for that class so that you can start learning more about real estate. Again, we appreciate you guys for checking out this video, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Peace.